Hey, what's up? I'm Arthur Wands, aka AerialApostle. I'm stationed at Nellis Air Force Base. I'm a force support officer by trade. Do a lot of different things that are covered in there. I used to do a lot of services stuff, so I opened the dining facility here at Nellis. Right now, I'm actually currently in the Inspector General office. So I do a lot of ensuring that all the units are in compliance and making sure that everyone's doing what they're supposed to be doing. I remember playing Super Mario World at a friend's house on the SNES. I remember playing that and that kind of being like my introduction. The first console that I owned was GameCube. And so playing Super Mario Sunshine, Luigi's Mansion, all of those games was pretty much what kind of cemented me into video games. And I stayed like a Nintendo kid for majority of growing up. So that's why I'm so into Mario Kart and games like that. I do have a PS5, so there's a handful of story games that I play, like Jedi Survivor and Elden Ring. But for the most part, I compete in Mario Kart as well as Fall Guys. I do play some Fall Guys every now and then. I enjoy a well-driven story, but I also really enjoy Star Wars-based games.
Whoa. Okay. Oh, there's his lightsaber.
I have majority of the Star Wars games that have been created all the way from Republic Commando, old school Battlefront 2 to current games like Jedi Survivor, Jedi Fallen Order. Whenever I first finally got a TV into my room, I watched the old VHS original trilogy tapes, and I'd watch those constantly. Episode 5 was my favorite, but I always enjoyed the opening battle on Hoth. I used to call the AT-ATs like the big dogs and the ATSTs the little dogs, because that's just how I saw them when I was little. But as I grew up, it very much became where I was just attached to Star Wars. As I got older and more movies started coming out, I was like, cool, yeah, like we'll keep watching these. Not entirely sure how I feel about the direction that Disney went with in the sequel trilogy, but hey, I enjoyed Rogue One, so my wife doesn't appreciate the amount of money that I've spent on on the Lego sets, but it makes for a good collection. So, in terms of games that like are competitive, League of Legends was my first one that was kind of based in esports. That was like my gateway into esports, and so that was originally a way where I could just play with friends and connect with friends. I slowly started transitioning away from that game because I realized the best I was ever going to be was gold. And then found out that there's a competitive Mario Kart scene whenever I moved out here to Nellis in Las Vegas. And so started getting more into Mario Kart, and I was always naturally good at Mario Kart. Now I'm actually able to make some money off of it and actually show my friends like, hey, this is a competitive game, so you can still have fun in a game that's tends to ruin some friendships, but
guess what? Blue Shell is on the map, and it is running, it is sprinting, it's spinning, and it's gonna get Aerial at the line, but guess what? Oh! Still gets first place!
There's a HyperX Arena out here in Las Vegas, and let's see here, at this point I've made about $1,000 just from playing Mario Kart. Of course, it's like small chunks throughout the time that I've been here, but I'm approaching on almost a full 2 years out here, and so yeah, been making a decent amount of money, but at the same time, all that money eventually gets donated to charity anyway, so I don't really keep the winnings. So yeah.
Another shot comes in. Apostle manages to grab a wayward mushroom on the ground. Folks, this is why you don't litter. It might have just given Apostle the lead.
So AFG, I remember seeing posts about it on Facebook. I believe it was whenever it was starting to become more public, whenever it opened for signups. I was like, okay, I have to sign up for this because this sounds super cool. I've been part of it since. Whenever they opened up for like base ambassador applications and started opening that idea for base ambassador, I went ahead and signed up, and little did I know I was the only one at Nellis that was going to sign up. Became the first base ambassador at Nellis. We're slowly growing our numbers. Yeah, it's been an interesting ride. I would say the networking primarily has allowed me to interact with different people on base as well as different people across the Air Force with this shared common interest of, hey, we like video games and we like them enough to compete in them. and to advocate for them in front of our wing commanders, squadron commanders, in front of all these people saying, hey, like, we want to see this grow. We want to see it become a standard, almost to like an intramural sport. We want to see esports be a common thing in the Air Force community. I've really enjoyed being a part of that and being a part of that wave. One of the neat parts is seeing other people want to participate. And what I mean by that is being able to present an idea and then other people saying, oh, we want a part of that. We want to do that. Hey, how can we help with that? How can we assist? With the community commons out here at Nellis, I've been able to have good contact with them, a good working relationship with them. And as I've been spouting ideas saying, hey, we could do this, could do that, set up like maybe a commander's cup and things, they've been able to take those ideas and materialize them into the gaming trailer that we have on base. We're about to open a new gaming lounge within the community commons. So they've been able to take those ideas, run with them, and actually manifest them into a reality. And so that's been really cool to see. And all it took was someone like me saying, hey, like this should be a thing, and the right people hearing that. Definitely shout outs to my wife for letting me sink time into this and allow me to grow my passion for esports within the Air Force gaming sphere, within the general sphere. Definitely shout outs to her. Trish, the coordinator over at Community Commons, who's been a huge help and supporter, as well as shout out to Javon. He's a new civilian who works at Community Commons, and he's been a huge help in actually translating gamer speak to Trish. So he's been a huge help in getting things moving forward and getting the new gaming lounge set up. And then shout out to Tiger. She's been a huge help in making these Mario Kart tournaments happen online within Air Force Gaming. And she's the fellow game ambassador for the casual, mobile, and party games. And so huge shout out to her. I know she's been over in Germany for a while, so a lot of our times have not been the best. She's been really awesome in making those tournaments happen.